think we're on. Okay, he's got there. Oh, we have one viewer. It must be me. I love it too. And it's you and me, baby.
Well, I'm going to try to get into chat, but last time with Chris and Captain, it kept kicking me out. I couldn't get it to work.
Oh, were you able to? Did you pull your chat up yet?
That's what I'm doing right now.
Okay. Hey, Josh, how you doing? Right now, we're just Josh, we're just getting Scott to be able to pull up chat.
Yeah.
How did that work? So how are you tonight, Josh?
Cross my fingers, hope it works this time.
I hope so too. I can see you, Josh, your thing, but I can't see you in particular. Hey, Roger. I'm pretty good, Josh. Hey, Silver Top Flyer, how you doing? As you can see, we have Deaf Drone Pilot here. Oh, you're even up on the chat. Very good. We're just getting all ourselves set up.
All right, I'm ready. It's working.
Are you ready? Hey, Roger. So let me just say, if you have questions that are imperative that I ask, hey, Mars, it's really hard for me sometimes. So if you put a couple question marks in front of the question, a couple question marks after, it'll kind of zoom my my look into that. So it'll be a little bit easier for me to see you. Okay? Also, if anyone comes on and they're being bad, feel free to throw them out. And if it's a mistake, we'll just say sorry. We'll say sorry. They'll understand. We're new to this. Oh, and usually when Kim comes in, he is my not in-house moderator, because all of you are moderators, but he makes sure he gets anything. He keeps a real good eye on the chat. He knows to let me know if there are questions that I'm missing. Dennis, how you doing, darling? How you doing? I'll be good, I promise. Yeah, I made you a mod so far, so you better be good. Mars, you too. You too, you be good, because I made you a mod. I think I did.
No,
Thank
Mars,
you, Josh.
Mars is not a mod.
Oh, he isn't? He didn't come
No.
up as one?
No.
Oh, yeah, there he is. He did. He just did.
Oh, okay.
Okay.
Yep.
So I'll tell you guys, it's easier for me to see your names if you're in blue, if you're a Smurf. So you know. Okay. Sorry, guys. I have to be able to read all my questions and everything. So I'm going to go ahead and get started. More people will jump in as we go, Scott. And so they may ask you these questions after I've done this, but we'll see how far we get. We'll start with this, Anthony. If you want to go rat shooting with me. I don't know what that means, but sure, Anthony. But I don't shoot animals. Okay, so Scott, let me pull you up so they can see you. They don't need to see me. They've seen me enough. So where were you born, Scott?
Right here in the town that I live in. lifelong resident.
Yeah.
Yep.
So that's in Ohio. Yeah.
Yeah, a little town called Cambridge.
Cambridge. Nice.
Yeah,
Nice.
it's located on the actual old national road.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, a lot of history.
Is it? And you're still there.
Yep, born and raised and still here.
So have you ever lived anywhere else?
Nope, it's
No?
in
Okay.
one other town that's real close, but same area, same county.
So you seem, when I watch your videos, it seems like you have quite a bit of land to fly your drones.
Yeah, they said we actually just live just outside of town, about 2 miles, 5 minutes or so, and there's a lot of land all around us. Yep.
Oh, wow. Nice. Very nice. Um, so let's see. How did you spend most of your time when you were growing up, Scott? Because drones just came out recently. So what
Yeah,
was your thing then?
just a regular kid outdoors, always outside doing something.
Yeah?
Hot Wheels, Tonka trucks, bicycles. Yeah,
Yeah?
that would have been my, I don't know, early teens, 10, 11, 12, 13. Started doing a lot of fishing. We'd get on our bicycles and take off. We might go 10, 15 miles just to go fishing.
Oh, wow. And you just ride your bikes all that way?
Yep. Yeah, we always joked the kids in our neighborhood were like the little rascals. Oh, we were always getting into something.
Yeah. So you must have just really had, it seems like your childhood would be idyllic. You're living kind of in the country, you're going fishing, you're doing the things you do as just that kid. That's just kind of like just like the little rascals. Is
Yeah,
that the way you saw it? Yeah.
that's the way it went. Yep,
Nice.
clubhouse in the woods, the whole 9 yards.
Oh my gosh.
We
So did
grew up right along a rail spur, a rail yard. So we used to go play on trains and all that kind of stuff. So yeah, it was
you
fun.
ever, you ever get caught?
Yeah, they would just run us off. Cops show up, they just say, "Quit playing on the trains, boys."
Hey sis.
We'd be over there with our BB guns, and they'd tell us, "Go over in the woods. Don't be shooting them over here."
So when did your fascination with Sasquatch start?
Oh boy, that's a long story.
It's
2007.
okay.
It was
2007?
2007. Yeah. Yeah, wife and I we bought one of those big smoker grills, the charcoal kind, and we had a cook. We were just a cookout for her and I, and we got done eating, and I was cleaning up the grill, and when it heated up, because it was the first time we used it, and the lid was a little off, so I was trying to get it closed. I was banging it and making all kinds of noise. Finally got the lid to close, and it cooled down, got everything put away, and this was back before my hearing went, and we heard this weird sound coming out of the woods up the valley, and I'm like, that's not a cow, it's not a bull, it's not a bird. We're like, what the heck? But to to me, it kind of sounded like an air raid siren, but there's none of those around here. So I but at that time I was online a lot too, so I just went online and started looking for sounds, just audio recordings, and found this audio recording, and I play it, and I click the link and it plays, and then I go back and see what the link was from. It was BFRO. And if anybody doesn't know what that is, it's a Bigfoot research organization. I'm like, no way, this is not a Sasquatch in my backyard. So I got to checking, and that's everything. It sounded almost identical, so I just got into it then. And so when we heard that, we have a security system with the cameras and everything, and they have audio. Well, it recorded that, not very good, but it recorded those howls that we heard. So I got a hold of a couple of different Bigfoot groups because there's a lot of sightings in this area. It's a big thing, and some of them came out stuff, so they wanted to sit around outside and see if they could hear this stuff. So my wife had, I don't even know where we got it, but she had a little digital, one of them little micro cassette recorders, one of the little recorders. So I just started putting it outside at night. And a few nights later, we got something was howling again, and I got it on the recording, on the cassette tape. So it just kind of spurred from there. Just like drones, I got into drones, and I just keep buying drones and buying. Well, with that, I had all kinds of audio equipment I just kept buying.
Yeah, because
I even have, see on these nature shows where they have those big parabolic microphones where they listen to birds and things. Right. I even have one of those.
Oh, wow. So have you heard those howls since?
Last time we had anything going on around here was probably 2012, 2011, around in there. If you could see from my flights, all the buildings and stuff that I always film over top of all the equipment and everything. Well, that moved in about that time. And when they moved in, it just like spooked it off or whatever. We thought it just kind of gradually dwindled down to where my recorders weren't getting anything. Oh. It was funny though, when they first moved in over there was no building, no electricity, no lights. So they just parked equipment in there. They had a security guard that would drive around there at night. Well, we were out at the lake, visited somebody at one of the cabins, and we come home. It was like 1:30 in the morning. I pull in the driveway. Sheriff pulls in behind us, and I'm like, "Well, where the heck did he come from?" I thought he was pulling me over. I'm like, I was on a dirt road, a gravel road. I wasn't speeding. Well, he gets out, says, "Do you live here?" And I'm like, "Yeah, I live here." And he said, "Well, we got a call of a prowler over around the equipment next door." They said it was a big dark shadow walking around. I kind of laughed because I thought if they saw what it was, it might not have been a prowler. But yeah, after they started putting the building up and they were over there 24 hours a day doing stuff, that the activity kind of slowed down. But I have a neighbor that lives north of me, and they're getting sounds and stuff at their property. I still keep in touch with them just to see, even though I can't hear them, but she tells me what's going on.
Nice. So let's talk a little bit about your hearing. You did a video that kind of explained the 3 different ways your hearing was being attacked. And it was really great because it really kind of explained it. But for those who haven't seen that, you want to kind of quickly go over what exactly is happening.
Okay.
And when did it start?
It started in my early 20s. I was at work one day and I just got dizzy. I couldn't stand up. I was vomiting. I got sick, and they took me to the emergency room, and they weren't really sure what was going on. They thought I just had an ear infection. Well,
Right.
after a couple months of seeing different doctors, I finally found a doctor that was willing to, diagnose me and stuff. So they went in an exploratory surgery. They put a hole in my eardrum.
Ooh.
This was on my right side, and they ran a camera in, and that was when they found the colostoma, the skin growth. It had it was so big it had filled up the whole inner ear, and when it did that, all those you have the tiny little bones in there that transfer the sound. It just dissolved them. There wasn't anything left in there. Well, when they did X-rays and CAT scans to see what for the surgery, and they found the tumor. And the
Mm.
tumor was about a 2 millimeter tumor that was actually wrapped around. It was growing around the nerve in there, the eighth cranial nerve. So I had 8.5, 9 hour surgery to remove both of those.
Mm.
And naturally, because it dissolved all the bones, it destroyed the hearing. The tumor that was wrapped around a nerve, this was, like I said, this was in my early 20s, so that was back like 1990. And at the time, they didn't have the technology they have now. Now they'll either use radiation or a laser. Well, the doctor then, all he had was a scalpel, and he's working
Oh.
on a 2 millimeter tumor on a nerve that's not much bigger than a hair. So
Oh.
that nerve was damaged, and my hearing on my right side was pretty much gone after that surgery. Well, then throughout the years, I kept getting dizzy spells again, and they couldn't pinpoint what was going on because my other side seemed to be fine, the CAT scans and all that. Because sometimes you can get two of those. You get a tumor on one side, it'll show up on the other side too, but that's not what happened. But in 2008, I had a really bad spell. I was down. It hit me. I was dizzy for days. I couldn't stand up for 2 weeks. And finally, I got back to my doctor, and they run a bunch of different tests on me and everything. Because of the type, my hearing loss in my left ear then was just starting to show up. But the type of hearing loss that it by that type, they could tell it wasn't like this side. It wasn't the bones. There was nothing wrong with the bones, and everything was still connected. But they determined that there was some nerve damage. So they did a bunch of tests. The test for Meniere's disease is like horrible tests, because they make you so sick when they do it. I
Oh
was
my
lucky.
gosh.
I was lucky that they have a chair that's like some kind of carnival ride. They strap you in this chair, they could turn you all different ways upside down. Where I went, they didn't have that. They just did some eye tests, and they put hot and cold air in your ears and if you have a reaction, they measure the reaction. It made me so sick. I was inst-
Ah.
instantly sick when they did that. So then they sent me to a specialist at the Ohio State University Medical Center, and he's the one that said, "Yeah, you have Meniere's."
Mm. So so how is that when you're 20, when you lose all your hearing in one side? What was that like for you? I mean, I would have been with the concerts I listened to, I should have lost more hearing,
Yeah,
but that would have been just beyond anything.
actually, it affected me a good bit, but mostly, socially out in public or at work. Work was a big thing because a lot of the places I worked over the years were noisy. One of the jobs I worked in a warehouse and forklifts and trucks, and
Mm.
I had to be careful because if someone come up on my right side to talk to me or anything, I wouldn't hear them. Yeah, I wouldn't even hear them. If something like a forklift come by, because I was only one-sided, it was trying to be able to tell direction where something was coming from. So it was kind of a safety issue for a while. Now,
Yeah, I would think so,
yeah,
Scott. It's a big safety issue
yeah.
for you.
They did give me a set of hearing aids that they're called crossover hearing aids. What it is you either have a wire between them or they use a radio frequency, just like a walkie-talkie type thing that you put in this side. So any sound that would pick it up and send it to the other side. But then I'm like, people coming on my right side to say, hey, hey. And I turn around looking to my left, like, what? And there's no one there. So it was confusing for a while to get used to.
Yeah, I would think so. And so then I assume it was in your maybe your late 30s that the other side started
Yeah.
to to
It would have
go.
been, actually, it would have been like, yeah, early 40s is when I started having issues. I knew the hearing was going before the dizziness came in, but they
Right.
just thought it was just just a hearing loss, because loud noises can cause nerve damage too, like concerts and gunshots and things like that. So
Right.
they weren't sure. But when the dizziness started, they took the dizziness and the other symptoms I was having and the hearing loss, and that's what they used to diagnose it, plus the tests that they ran on me.
So how were you able to deal with that, Scott? Because that would be devastating.
Well, when I first got the news, I wasn't feeling good anyhow. I mean,
Right.
I couldn't walk, I couldn't stand. I had to use one of those walkers with the wheels on it. I was in bed a lot. I mean, it could depress you really bad, but I don't know. I've always had a pretty good upbeat personality and stuff, but it took its toll. It was a rough one. It was probably a good rough 5 years, I would say. It wasn't just like a month or two and to get used to it. I was struggling for a while. And the whole time I was trying to work a full-time job, and it
Oh,
just
geez.
wasn't working out. So I just had to quit working. Couldn't work anymore, and I had to had to apply for disability. First time they turned me down, and the second time, and this is something really important. If anybody's going to go on disability, if you could get a doctor to write up a letter, not telling them what you have, but telling them how it affects you, what you can and can't do. So luckily got the specialist that was at OSU Medical Center wrote me up a letter like that. So I turned that in with my disability paperwork, and I got approved right away. So I've been on disability since I've been about halfway through 2009.
Wow. So let me ask you this, because we both know when you're married, and you're married, right?
Yep, yep, yep.
When you hit these things, these serious things,
Mm-hmm.
we had talked to Bob about that yesterday. When you hit serious things, when your loved one is going through so much, how was your wife able to handle that? And how did she deal with her stress on that? Because there must have been tremendous
Oh yeah,
angst on her part,
yeah,
just knowing what was happening
yeah.
to
Like I
you.
said, because I stopped working like 2000, the end of 2007, beginning 2008. So it was a year that I wasn't working. How no insurance, had to go on her insurance, medical bills, all that kind of stuff. So yeah, it was rough on her. It was rough on her. At that time, we had been together probably 16 years or so. We'd been married. So she had been through a little bit of it before, but most of my right side and all that was actually before we even met. I was like a year or two before we met. So yeah, it's stressful. It's stressful on both of you. I mean, because I wanted to work, I couldn't work. The bills were piling up, that kind of thing. We were just we're just lucky to have each other. That's all there is to it.
I
If
got to tell you, when things hit like that,
yeah,
people can respond in so many different ways.
yeah,
Anger, some of them separate divorce, some of them pull tighter together and just hang
yeah,
on. It's
yeah,
remarkable people, I think, that can get through that.
yeah. I mean, we went through it all. We went through the anger, the whole thing.
Yeah,
Yeah,
I
the
bet.
depression, all of it. Yeah,
So how is your wife doing now with all of this? Because you're still losing your hearing, right? By
yeah,
degrees.
yeah. It's going slowly. It's biggest thing now is it's funny because I can't hear very well. I couldn't hear very well before, so she always talks loud, so people think she's loud and mad all the time. It's because she used to yell at me, and her dad before he passed away, his hearing was bad too, so she was always yelling at him. So it went from yelling at him to me, and people think sometimes they think we're fighting. We're like, no, that's just how we talk. And then
Right, I guess.
and
Because
it's an odd thing too because she has to talk louder, but since my hearing's so bad, I really it's weird because people are going to they ask me sometimes, can you hear yourself? And not really. No, it's weird because when my hearing was better, it wasn't normal, but now like when I got the headphones in trying to hear myself, it's kind of, my voice is like totally different from what it used to be to me anyhow. But she also says I have a deaf accent coming in now too,
does
because
she?
I can't hear my words. So sometimes I might throw a draw in there or something. Might sound like I'm from the South.
Well, there's nothing wrong with sounding a little Southern,
Yeah,
right?
yeah.
But I don't notice it, so I don't know.
Uh,
Maybe I just.
People who knew me before and now that I've had a couple other people say the same thing.
Oh wow,
So,
wow. So even if Bigfoot is behind you, you may not know until he taps you on the shoulder.
yeah, that's kind of why I quit going out in the woods. I have never seen one that I could say that was for sure one, but I've been close to stuff. So if I couldn't hear it now, I'd be in trouble.
Right? Right?
Yeah, I might get carried off.
I guess.
Yeah,
I guess that could be something. Um, we did have a giveaway tonight. Now, I didn't really announce it to anybody that you had something that you were going to give away
yeah,
because I decided that because that means just family's going to be here. We usually don't get a whole
yeah,
lot of different people here. We usually just get our family people that want to know you. Hey, little dumpling. So I want to do something first. I want to just say hello to everyone because we kind of started right in. Hi, everyone. And so we have Alvin, Little Dumpling, Silvertop, Helicopter, Mark, Merch, Kim. I know Roger's in here because I saw him. I saw Crystal in here. Crystal, are you still here, sis? Because I'm not seeing now. And I don't want to mess this thing up as I go back. There are a lot of people. I know Anthony was in here. I just want to make sure. Wakey, hey Paul, how you doing, darling? Um, let's see. And one thing I noticed that there's a lot of our family members are struggling with things, right? We're all struggling
yeah.
with things.
Everybody's got their thing.
Yeah, yeah. Friendly troll. Hey, friendly troll. I don't see the good troll. He must have got scared off. So we have, there's Crystal. Hey, sis. So we have a giveaway, and I am going to let Scott talk about what that giveaway is going to look like because it's his giveaway. Okay?
All
Hey,
right.
good.
I'll just put it up here and show them. It is a Tech Toys Aerodrone Micro Quad. It's one of these little drones. Actually, it's the smallest one I've ever seen. I have one of the let's see, Propel, one of the little Propel ones. This thing is a lot smaller than the Propel.
Oh, wow.
It's one of those drones that fits. It actually fits inside the controller. You can see the
Oh.
2 joysticks, and that's the drone in the middle.
Oh, for goodness sake.
So you got the question to ask them.
I do.
Yeah.
So here's how we're going to do it. And you know what? I just found out recently that when people post things on here, their computer is going to show them coming up at a different place than what mine's going to show. So as soon as we do it, I'm going to show you where mine says everybody placed, okay? Because I want to make sure everyone knows that we're, doing the best we can. So what shows up on my computer is what's going to go ahead and count, okay, guys? Because I know my little drone addicts out there want drones no matter what. So guys, here's the question, and the first person who gets it wins. What is the first drone that Scott flew, that drone pilot flew and owned? I should sing the Jeopardy song. Hold on. Do, do, do,
Yeah.
do. No, JL.
No.
No. Okay, but it has to be the exact one in the model. He showed. X5C?
Sin
Was
got
that
it.
it?
Yeah, it's an X5.
Sin? Okay, Sin, which one are you? Are you Alvin or are you Jim today? Which one are you? And Alvin, you don't you say it's you and it's Jim. It was the SEMA X5.
Yeah, it's
So
X5.
Jim got it. Wow, Anthony, you were so close. I just needed the model. So, it's Alvin. Alvin won. Okay, Alvin. So, we can do this. How do you want him to get a hold of you?
Hang on. He could either get a hold of you or get a hold of me. I'll put my email in.
Okay. And then you can take it out if you want to, unless you want a few.
No, it's on. Actually, it's on all my videos in the description.
Okay, yeah, mine's open too, for that way. Okay, you ready, Alvin? Congratulations. Did you guys want to see where he won so you can make sure he was the first? Anthony, I'm so sorry. You were so close. Oh, he's going to message you on Facebook.
He's got okay. Okay, we can do that.
So let me just ask everyone really quick, and then we'll come back. What was your first drone you guys flew? And remember, if you ever come on here and want to do it, we may use the same question, so take note. They really got it fast. I was surprised how fast they got it. Let's see, totally guessed that one. Alvin, don't rub it in. So let me see. Kim's first one was, won't get past the hair on. Oh, I don't want to know what he's talking about. Sometimes Kim's bad. Mine was the Sigma X5W. Okay, Mark. Yeah. hey Momo, the DX2, that was silver top. Oh, the Visual, the Vivitar Air Defender from Walmart. Heath, hey, how you doing, darling? Um, so I think the first one Canadian drone network flew Roger was Kim's Phantom.
Wow.
And he's lucky he didn't run into Kim with that because that would have left a mark.
Yeah, that
I'm
would.
just saying.
Poor Kim.
Okay. I know, right? I love those when everything seems to be going pear-shaped, right? Roger just
Yeah.
heading right to him. So I looked at all your YouTubes today. I went through a lot of them, and I've been watching you all along. So it wasn't as hard. And I noticed that you only put up about one a week. In the beginning, maybe not even that much, but you
Yeah.
kind of have a pattern of one a week.
I
Was
I
there a
try to
reason
get
for that?
one. I just I just did it because basically for the viewer, try to just get a schedule going, try to get it up once a week. It doesn't always work that way, and then you'll probably also seen I have like I might put one up, it might go a week and a half, and then I'll put 3 of them up.
Yeah.
Most of that is because of my health, because of my condition. So
Hmm.
if I get a good day or good days, then I try to fly as much as I can, and then pretty much every time I put a bird in the air, I film it, and it goes on YouTube. The only time
Nice.
I don't is when I'm flying the little micros or even the smaller X5s. I won't film them that often. But
Well,
if I put a video up, then that's how many times I've flown. But when I first started flying drones, I I was still having trouble standing up. So
right.
try to keep a drone in the air and try to keep me off the ground. But so it's been a little bit of a therapy for me, physical therapy.
I talked to you earlier about the one you did with the SEMA 8G,
Yeah.
and I thought because it was really good filming, and you went up over the trees, it's beautiful, and I thought that maybe it had hold or something, but you told
No.
me it didn't have anything. If you
Yeah.
let go,
Yeah. It is a toy grade. Uh, it's about the size of a Phantom. Weighs about half as much. It's only like a pound and a half. It has a really nice camera on it, and like I said, it plugs in, so it's powered off the drone. There's no battery, and you can control it. You can take photos and everything just like the more expensive drones from the remote. You don't have. It's not like a GoPro. You have to start it and then bring it down and shut it off. This you can actually snap photos and start and stop your video recording. So it's toy grade. It has the brushed motors, but the camera is really why I bought this.
you did wonderful work with it, Scott. I mean, I was impressed anyway, but I thought it had, like mine does, like your other one
Yeah,
does,
yeah,
where it holds it a little bit. But when you said that was just all, it's freestyle, right? Is
yeah.
that what you call it?
I would just call it manual. It's like driving a stick shift. It's just manual. Everything you got to. Only thing it has is a 6-axis gyro. The gyro is just what keeps it stable. So, but other than that, yeah, you let go of the sticks and it's coming down like a rock. And I did that once. Luckily, it's pretty durable. It landed on its feet and just bounced and flipped over, so it didn't break anything. It was
Oh
up
wow!
it was probably up 30 feet when it came falling down.
Oh wow! Oh
Yeah,
wow! I would have thought it would have broke, especially when you say it's a toy grade.
yeah.
So that was, oh my gosh, that's really nice work, Scott. So
But
I noticed something else on your videos. Well, go ahead,
okay.
say what you're going to say.
I was going to say that it's a real good entry level camera drone because it's 1080p. You get a lot of them, they're 720. This is 1080p. and you can actually get filters to
Oh,
put
nice.
on the lens. They'll actually fit it.
Yeah, because when I saw the one you did after that, you did hold on. It was it the X5, I think you did. And I went on that one and I noticed that the film on the it was the X5 SWI maybe. Does that make sense?
Yeah,
But
SW.
it did not do as good at pictures.
No.
So it did not have that nice camera on it.
Yeah. No.
I thought it
No.
was the same one. I was going to ask you, how come it's good one day and not so good the next?
No. No. It's two different drones. But
Wow.
I have 9 of them now.
Oh, you have 9.
Yeah. 9.
That's a lot for just a year.
Counting the little ones.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So something I saw a couple things. I'm just going to mention them. Just recently, Whitney has started having troubles. Your
Yeah.
doggy.
He's I think I'm not really sure on his age because he was a stray. He came home and he's out there barking, I think.
Yeah, because he hears that. He goes, Daddy's talking about me.
Yeah, he was a stray that was running around the factory where I used to be security at. And one day he was probably there for a week or two, just running around, him and another dog, a female dog. And I don't know if it was a mistake, but I gave him half of my sandwich that I had for lunch. Because security, we had a guard shack, sliding windows, and I just slid the window open and gave him half of my sandwich. And he took off and was running around doing his thing in the field next door and stuff. Well, I worked Saturday mornings. So it was probably another week or so. He come running down the road towards the guard shack. Came running up, looking to see who was in there. Well, it was me. So I just slid the window up, reached out, hello, doggy, started patting him on the head. Well, when I did that, I left the window open. I turned around because the other guard said something to me. When I turned around to him, the next thing I know, this dog goes whoop through the window and on my lap. And I'm security, so I got a uniform on, black pants, covered in dog hair. And I've been covered in dog hair ever since.
Right? Right? So you just brought him home?
Yeah, I just brought him home. Lori knew that he was there because I told her about it. Because, like I said, they'd running around there 2 weeks. I'm surprised they didn't get a hit because it was busy factory, cars and trucks coming in all the time, but neither one of them got hit. But he came home with me that day, and he's been here ever since.
Oh, nice. So how long ago was that?
Nearly 15 years ago.
Oh my gosh.
I'm thinking it was in the fall. So yeah, it's probably he's going to be at least 15. Because he was still had dogs growing up and everything. So kind of know when they go from being a pup to an adult, and he was still a pup. He still had mannerisms of a pup. And boy, was he a hellion. Because he was a stray. Somebody had him because he had a collar. Well, I just brought him home just because I felt sorry for him. And when he jumped in my lap, what was I going to do anyhow?
Yeah.
So, I mean, the wife and I were both dog lovers. We've had dogs, and so I brought him home. It was just to bring him home, wait till we could find his owner. Well, no one ever claimed him. So, but he had what a lot of stray dogs get, or dogs in the pound. They have separation anxiety.
Oh yeah.
Well, Lori's dad was living here in the trailer next to us, so we thought he was by himself. He just lost his brother that was living with him, so we thought the dog would be a companion for him. That dog, he was a nightmare for him. Because every time he'd leave the trailer, the dog would go bonkers.
I
So
bet.
Whitey would go bonkers, tearing stuff up. So one day I went over. I was going to take her dad to the grocery store. So I said, "Hang on a minute." I said, "I've been researching this online." So we walked out the door like we was leaving, like he normally would. Slammed the car doors, and then we snuck back up to the door. And he's in there at the kitchen door. It had those roll-up blinds. Well, father-in-law had one of them on his kitchen door. Had it pulled clear out to the kitchen as far as it would go. I tapped on the window and it was like, "Uh-oh, I got caught." Well, after all the, I mean, he chewed up window blinds, tore up the bed. So, so Lori's dad just said he just couldn't take him anymore. So we brought him into our house, and she's like, "He ain't tearing stuff up. You better figure out fixing." Well, there's a thing. The research I did, it said with separation anxiety, first 5 minutes. After 5 minutes, they give up. They'll go lay down somewhere or whatever. So you get them something to keep them busy for 5 minutes. Well, it's a thing called a Kong.
Oh yeah,
red chew toy that has it's hollow, and all we did was put peanut butter in there. And it'd take him 15 minutes to clean it out. And by that time, he was calmed down. And he's like, "Oh, they're gone. So what?"
Oh my goodness.
It actually straightened him out pretty good. The only thing that he would do, he hasn't done it lately, but he used to get in the trash can when we'd leave. That's the only thing he would get into.
I got from my ranger, who was also a stray. I got him we got a locking trash can that you push and it locks. My son got me that. It took him 2 weeks to figure it out. And then he opens it and then he ate it.
Yeah.
I don't know. It's like once they're stray, they can eat anything, I think.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah. So that didn't last too long. And then he was back in. So we've gone through all kinds of ways, or I say I have. So I finally think I got it solved. He hasn't been in the trash in a while. Well, we'll see. So when he got a little sick because he was a little bit older, but he sounds like he's doing pretty good right now. He seems happy.
Yeah, yeah. It's probably his treat time. He has a routine. But yeah, it's probably time for his treat, and that's what he's wanting. But yeah, one morning I woke up and he was laying in the middle of the living room floor. He'll sleep anywhere and everywhere, but he acted weird. So I tried to get him to go outside, and he couldn't stand up. Oh. So we had to get him to the vet. And he's got arthritis. We knew he had arthritis. Well, it's starting to develop in his spine, and so he had to spend 2-3 days at the vet. I gave him steroids. Well, the steroids messed up his kidneys. He had a little bit of issue with bladder stones before, but the steroids, and some of the other meds, they were worried about his kidneys. Well, now he's got kidney failure. He's at the beginning of it. So he's on meds. No. He's on meds for that, and we have to give him fluid IVs in the evenings to help keep his kidneys flushed. But other than that, he's doing pretty good again.
Yeah, I was happy to see that, in the videos that he seems to be pretty happy right now.
Yeah.
And I'm happy to hear him barking because he's still engaged. Yeah. But that was pretty horrible because Mo just went through losing her little Stolly, which was so hard on her. Yeah. And I've lost my Joey a couple years back, and I still miss him. So that little dog's part of your life. I mean, he just is.
Yeah, he's been with us for, like I said, about 15 years. They're just like kids. And
so I hear children in the background.
Not here, you don't.
What was I hearing back there?
I don't know. Let's see how his TV on.
Oh, maybe that's
in the other room with the TV. Yeah. Yeah,
Mm.
We never had kids. We had dogs.
You had dogs? Yes.
Dark.
That could be a good thing sometimes, I think.
Yeah.
So so now that you are doing YouTube, and I gotta say, your editing. Do you do all your own editing?
Yeah. But see,
You
I had a YouTube channel before.
did you?
Yeah, this isn't my first go around with YouTube. Yeah, well, back in 2007 when the Bigfoot stuff started, I had a channel that was related to that, and I did editing and stuff for other channels and one of the Bigfoot groups. I did video promotional stuff for them.
Wow, because you're really good at it. I
It's
mean, you're
just
really good at it.
yeah. The software that I used then is since Windows is upgraded 3 times since then, the software I used then didn't work. So I just had to relearn, and I've been using an iPad. All my editing is done on the iPad.
Wow. What program are you using?
iMovie.
iMovie?
Yeah.
I used
I dabbled.
iMovie. My iMovie did not do all of that.
Well,
It's just because I didn't know
there's,
how.
there's one video that I used that Filmora ago.
Yeah.
I think there's one video. Well, what I did was I put some video in it, edited it in it what I wanted, and then migrated that back into iMovie and then used iMovie. Now, one trick that I use with iMovie is you get, they have the video templates.
Right.
And all you got to do is put your photos and your video and change the text in it. So it has all those transitions. So it'll do with the ghost videos, how that it'll like flash and the ghost pops up bigger. That was with those templates. So I'll take a video, put it in a template, not edit it all the way out, just the sections I want. I'll drop the photos, the videos in, render that into a video, and then put it in another video with my raw footage from my action cams and my drones. Mix those three all together, and that's the final product. So
Oh, wow.
that's how I got the different transitions all in one video, is because I just do that template, chop it up into pieces, and splice in, take out, and splice in the other video with it.
I
So
think you're going to
it
have to
takes,
do some tutorials, my friend.
yeah, it takes me, it'll take me a while to do that one, but yeah, it takes me longer to do all that editing. But like I said, we have two Windows 10 computers, a Windows 10 laptop, and I hate Windows 10.
Do you?
It's the worst. It's the worst because our computers are older. They don't have a lot of storage.
Right.
The hard drives are small. Every time they update Windows 10, I lose more space. I have no room for nothing. And the one computer I had to finally get rid of because it didn't have enough space. So I bought the wife another one. So it's got a bigger hard drive, but that's her computer, and I don't want to get into it, fill it up with videos. So I use my iPad. And what I'm on right now is a Google Chromebook.
Yeah.
So that's what I use. Most of my internet now is I just surf the web, watch YouTube, do the video. So those two devices work for me for editing and uploading and all that kind of stuff. Now with YouTube, if you upload to the iPad, I don't know if yours is this way, but my version, the YouTube app, I can't edit a whole lot after I upload it to YouTube. I can't like change the add the keywords and change it. You can do the title, you can do the description, but you can't do any kind of art or anything for your
Right.
thumbnails. So I actually do the thumbnails on my Chrome notebook, because when I had my other channel, the Bigfoot channel, and I did all that stuff, and I did promo videos for the one Bigfoot group. The guy who runs it came to me and wanting me to do this stuff, and then he was wanting to know how he could do graphics and a different thing and add them in the video. Well, that's when I got started into it. And instead of using some expensive Photoshop or anything like that for my thumbnails and for his stuff, I just used PowerPoint.
Right.
I went back to school in 2003, and some of the stuff I did was with PowerPoint and Office and all that. So I knew my way around it. So I could create it. You could do all kinds of different graphics and text and everything in PowerPoint. Well, then you can save that as a JPEG, and then you can use it in whatever you want. And that's what I'm doing now. The Chromebook doesn't. The Windows PowerPoint doesn't work with Chromebook, but Chromebook has its own word processor and its own PowerPoint type program, and that's what I do all my thumbnails in too.
Nice. I got to tell you, the only way I can go on and do the editing the way I want to do it as far as descriptions, tags, changing thumbnails, is I have to go on Google Chrome and go into it from there.
Yeah.
Go into YouTube from there and don't let it do the mobile. I got to stay, and then it'll give me, that's the only way I know how.
So
I know how to do it.
Yeah. So what I do is I just upload right from the iPad and I put it into private. I set the video as private, and then I'll go in and change all the other stuff.
Right. I got to tell you, a lot of people here do not like Windows 10. Now, I'm okay with it on my computer, but my computer was a little bit newer when I got it. Well, it was new. And so, because the older computer could not have handled Windows 10 at all. So I had to go with that. So, oh, another thing I wanted to talk to you about before we go on with YouTube. You had a flood in your yard? Is that how you, was that your front yard where you were doing your boat there?
Yeah.
Oh, for goodness sake.
Yeah, we live we're the last house in our valley. So all the water that comes from the valley up north of us and all the little valleys that run in, all the water that falls in those valleys comes this way.
Oh,
and
wow.
when it gets here, a lot of times there's nowhere for it to go, so it just comes up.
Oh, geez.
Yeah.
But your house is almost, isn't it on just a little bit of an incline?
Yeah, it's set back on a property, and it's also raised up.
Right.
Yeah, we almost got flooded in 2004.
Oh, wow.
And after that happened, we had a company come in and put hydraulic jacks underneath and raise the whole house up, and we had block put underneath of it, and it sets 4 feet higher than it did.
Oh my God.
For that reason.
I bet.
That was another one of life's little pleasures. Yeah. The bank loved
a lot of those. Oh
yeah, the bank really loved it.
Yeah. Yeah, I bet you. They were happy as heck. Your channel right now is sitting at where did I put that? 300, it may have more right now, but 327 subscribers. So, and you've only been on a little over
a year.
Well, you've been on a year.
Yeah.
So how, and at a year, I think I was almost at the same place. I'm just saying, right? It's the growth it just depends on what day it is, how it goes. So how are you feeling about that? And where do you want to see your channel going, Scott?
When I started uploading videos, it was just because I had the camera drone, had this footage, and nothing to do with it. So I just started putting it up basically for friends and family to, show them what I was out doing and things like that. Well, then I started picking up people from I didn't know where they came from. They were just subscribers for coming in. So, and then of course getting in with like the more people that came in and getting into the drone network and everything, and I never thought I'd have 300 and some subscribers a year later. I mean, there was really not really a plan to do any of that. So, and
Wow.
I don't know what it'll be a year from now, but as long as I'm still kicking, I'll keep going.
Yeah, I got to tell you, I really liked I really like your channel because it's just, like when I got my breeze, I was just waiting to see what you would do with yours, right?
Yeah,
And I saw just recently, bye Crystal. I saw just recently that you actually got the FPV goggle things,
yeah.
right?
Those actually Dan, old droner, sent me.
Oh
They,
wow.
they, they had a giveaway on the drone network, and it was Infinite Altitude Jimmy. Actually, it was a trivia deal, and he got the right answer. Well, he didn't want them, so he told Dan to send them to me. So I've been sitting on them for I think 2 months, but again, with my health condition, Meniere's affects more than just your ears, your balance, and your hearing. It also affects your eyes.
Yeah.
And I have what they call nystagma. My eyes actually will twitch, and they do it really bad when I'm dizzy. But I get, like I said, motion sickness. In that video, I said I get sick from riding in a car. So I was a little leery about strapping them things on my head and flying a drone around and fall out of the chair or whatever. But it did bother me, but not as bad as I thought it would. But that was one of my good days. I won't try that on a dizzy day.
No, but I got to tell you, I was really surprised because I thought your hearing and inner ear stuff would keep you from doing any of that. And it didn't. You did a really good job flying
Yeah.
that with that.
Like I said in the video, though, I was like flying around me, like how close? Because looking in the goggles and it actually going by, your the depth perception of it, you don't know how close it is to you. As with the action cams, everything looks far away, and it's not really far away. So, and the drone cameras are pretty much the same way because you get that wide angle. So I didn't know if it was right here or if it was way out there. So I didn't want to get hit in the back of the head with a breeze.
No, because that thing carries a little weight behind it.
And when I flew it past me, I could see it when it was coming at me. When it went behind me, the only way I could tell where the drone was at was through the goggles because I can't hear. I literally
Right?
can't. The drone could be right beside me and I won't hear it. The only one that I can actually hear is my up air. It seems to be noisier, and my X8 is a little bit noisier too. So if they're really close, I can hear them. But as soon as they get a foot or two away, I won't be able to hear them anymore.
So this is, I always have to have one stupid question, but I thought you had to have the goggles that went with the breeze to work with the
Oh,
breeze. So, but you can tell them to work together?
see, there's two different kinds of goggles. There's two different kinds of transmissions. The breeze transmits that video to your phone through the phone Wi-Fi. Now the goggles like Chris and them use with the race drones, that's 5.8. So those goggles are totally different. They have their own electronics, their own video receiver, and all that in them. The goggles that I was using with the Breeze is just you go to Walmart, any Target, they have what they call VR goggles. They're
Right,
virtual reality, so you can use them playing games and watch YouTube. That's what I told Mo about using hers to watch YouTube. I've done that. That made me dizzy watching Chris's drone flying with his
right?
goggles on is not a good idea.
No, 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 no. I don't think so either.
But yeah, it just hang on a second.
Okay. Let's see. Hey, Doug. Hey, Kelly. Hey, Ed. Hey, helicopter. Momo Momo.
Yeah,
John.
I'm
RC
back.
Crazy.
These,
Okay.
these are the goggles.
Okay.
The
Oh, I
phone
see.
goes in the front. See if you
Okay.
can see through them. So the phone sits here in the front, and you just close that up. Now,
Oh.
with the Breeze, when you go into the app and you go to where the controller is, you tap on the controller, it pops up, connects to the controller. Well, there's another icon right beside it that shows a pair of goggles. You click
Oh,
on
yeah.
that, and what it does is it splits the screen down the middle. So with the goggles, you've got two lenses. You got two lenses.
Oh.
So it splits your phone into two images, twin images. So when you put that phone in there and it's twin image, it gives you one image because of the lenses. It's pretty
Okay.
neat how
So
they work.
I have VR goggles. I have those.
Well, if you
I
have
didn't
these,
know
you
you
put your
could do
phone in.
that.
Yeah, that's how you do it. Like I
Well,
said,
then you use the
you see,
controller still to run
yeah,
your.
yeah, because originally with you can actually buy, they're overpriced, but you have to buy it in a set. Unique sells a set of goggles with the controller. Well, they're just like this. There's no electronics. You'll just have sliders that you can focus, and then these have sliders that you can sit. You can set. I
Are
forget what
you
they call it, but the width
serious?
so that it fits your vision. Yeah.
So
If
it's
you've
that,
got a
but
set of
more
these,
expensive.
yeah, it's just a plastic
Oh,
shell
for God!
basically.
Oh, for
There's
God's sake!
no electronics in them at all.
I am so glad I didn't buy that. I would have been so mad if I gotten it home
Yeah.
and found out I had an $8 pair.
Yeah, your $8 pair will be like this.
Oh my gosh!
The only where you run into trouble is like everyone's saying the reason Dan couldn't use these because he wears glasses. Well, I'm supposed to wear glasses, but my eyesight's just on the edge. But even with my glasses, they fit in these. So, but yeah, they're just off the shelf virtual reality goggles because it's your phone that's doing all the video for you.
Oh, for goodness sake!
But like I
Hold on
said,
just a second for me,
okay,
Scott. Guys, I just want to be really clear here. You're not teaching us enough. I'm just putting it out there because I could have bought those things. I'm just telling you. Not
good
trying
thing
to
you did.
rip on you too bad, but what the heck? Okay, Scott, we're back. That was
Okay.
just a little emergency station there. Oh my gosh, I had no. So I could FPV.
Yep.
So I
You
could
have
do that
every.
now.
You have everything you need. Like I
See, I
said,
am
when
so glad you did this interview with
I,
me because I would have bought something stupid when I had already what I
yeah.
needed. I would have been so upset. Oh,
And
for goodness sake.
anybody that's got any kind of drone that is a Wi-Fi drone, the camera's Wi-Fi, you can use these. It's just the app needs to be able to split the screen into two pictures so that both sides you have individual and that way the way it kind of works is you could one eye's not never ever the same, so you can get one eye focused in better.
Oh, hi, Josh. Thanks for coming back. So, okay. So then the other things like what Chris wears,
Those are
those
on.
are those have
Those are on.
little
Yeah,
transmit
yeah.
things.
That's on a different type of signal.
But is it basically the same thing?
Yeah, it does the same thing. I mean, it transmits video. It's a better way to do it. You get better. You're going to get a better signal, and
Okay.
you can fly farther. But see, with the Breeze, you can't fly it that far anyhow.
No, that's why I think it'd
So
be
that
cool because it
and
can't really.
I've had it. I haven't taken it out to its geo fence, at a distance, but I've had my Breeze at the at the height. I've had it to 262 feet. And the video on the phone seems to be fine. So
Yeah, look good. I saw when you the one that you did
the
where
one
you
where all
had
the fog,
yeah, I was
where I was
pretty
flying above the
excited.
fog, that was over 200 feet up.
And I had no idea that those goggles
Yeah.
were oh for I can't even explain how stupid I feel now.
Yep.
So I'm FPVing. I'm going to do that now. I get dizzy though, so if I look up to, so I may have to like sit down.
Yeah. That's
But is
why I
that
sat in a
why?
chair.
Yeah. And I've seen a lot of guys sitting down or
Yep.
getting low to be able to do it. Is that why? It's
Yeah.
because the
Yeah.
dizzy? Okay. Okay. I'm
Yeah.
going to
Because
try this.
sitting in a chair, if you watch the video, what I edited in, when you're flying, you kind of want to move the way the drone's going. So yeah, you don't want to be standing up when you first start. I
Okay,
wouldn't
I am so
recommend that.
excited now, Scott. I am so excited. And I already have everything I need to be able to do it without
Yeah.
buying. I would have been so, I'm just not going to get over that. I would have been so mad had I got those goggles from Breeze and found out that they weren't connected to anything but my
Yeah.
phone.
Yeah.
Oh, for goodness sake. Oh my gosh. Oh my. So I'm happy. Okay, I'm going to try that and I'll just take my little chair out and see if I can not bang into stuff. Does it show it in real time?
Yeah, there's very little. I mean, when you're looking at the screen, you're looking at your phone when you got your controller, there's not much lag.
Is your wife back there?
Yeah, she's acting simple.
It, is she going to come say hi to us?
I doubt it. She's camera shy.
Oh, Miss Death
You'll
Drone
notice,
Pilot, we're
you'll
fun.
notice in my drone videos, you don't see her very. There's one video that she's in. But
Oh
yeah,
my
that was
gosh.
at a distance, and I snuck up on her with it.
Well, we're having drone pool next Tuesday, and
Mm-hmm.
I think he's bringing Miss Drone Pool.
Oh.
So Miss Death Drone Pilot should come say. I'm just putting it out there because we'd love to see her. And I think dronography is on Sunday. I think
Okay.
that's how we have it set up. And then I have someone else. I want to get everyone on. I want to get all the family members on so that we can meet everyone. But this has been truly cool. But I have more questions. Oh yeah, you thought you were out of the woods? No, I'm just
No.
like Bigfoot. I just keep coming back for more. I think that would be. So you told me a story once, and I thought it was a very cute story about you being in the woods with a group of people trying to find Bigfoot.
Mm-hmm.
Do you remember that story? Which one I'm talking about? You,
Probably.
you scared the heck out of everyone.
Yeah.
Why don't
See,
you tell us that?
thing with how you get if you see a deer in the headlights out of their eyes or a raccoon, they shine. Well, that's one thing that researchers look for. If you're out in the dark woods, sometimes it's so dark that's all you can see. So you're shining flashlights around. Well, we were walking down a path. There was like four of us together, and there was another. This was one of the groups, and there were probably close to 20 people, 18 or 20 people out there. Well, not all of them wanted to go walk in the dark woods. So they're upset. This was inside the state park here. They're all setting up at it by their cars and around a little picnic type area there. And we're walking along, and I think what got our attention was somebody heard a twig snap. So we're starting to shine the lights in the woods, and the trail we're on is up on the edge of a little valley. So we're shining lights down, and I'm like, somebody said something about I see light shine, so I shined my light down there, and I seen it. And whatever it was looked up at us, and then turned its head and started moving up that little ravine up towards the people that were sitting up there. But when we heard the sticks snap and sound like something walking around, we always use walkie-talkies. If you've ever watched the shows, the TV, they always got their walkie-talkie. That's the way it is. So someone got on there and said, "We heard something. There's something down here." Well, about 5 of the group that was at the table, picnic table, starts walking across the top of the ridge there at the end of that little valley that comes up. And I saw the eye shine about then. I told them, "Stop, don't move. It's coming towards you." And next thing I see is just flashlights like this going through the woods running the other way. It was hilarious. I think a couple of them might have fell over tree limbs and logs and scurrying back like rats.
Oh, that is so cool.
Back to the campfire.
That'd be super cool. That'd be so funny. I would have been just laughing like crazy. Let me see what else I had, because I have a lot of stuff on here. Yes, we still have stuff. But let me stop really quick. Hey guys, is there anything you would like to ask Scott that I'm missing? Kim, have you seen anything? I've been trying to read the chat with one eye, keeping my eyes. Yeah, I'm going a little dizzy here. Let me see. We're talking about the Tello. Oh, the good drone's in here. Do you know who the good drone is, right? That is so funny. That is so funny that he changed his name. Luis, I just think that's the funniest thing I've ever heard. I'm so happy you did that, because it is funny.
Well, one night he was in there, like 2 of them, he was talking to himself.
No, I saw Luis in there, and then I saw the good troll, and I thought that's got to be the same person. Then I looked on the picture, I realized it was. But yeah,
I don't know whose chat that was. He was in there arguing with himself.
I know. I think it was. Who was it? Was it? No, I don't think it was Crystals. It may have been the Drone Network. It was just funnier than heck.
I think it might have been Canadian Drone Network. I think it was
Oh,
Roger.
yes, it may have been. Yes,
one of their morning ones, I think.
Roger in the morning. That's when I always have my coffee. So let me ask. Okay, John has a question, because he always does. Who would win, Bigfoot or Chupacabra?
I don't know. I would say probably Bigfoot.
And then is Bigfoot also called Yeti?
They both like chicken.
They both like chicken?
Yeah.
Well, I'm chicken if I saw them.
That's why I think Kim is part Yeti.
Yes, Kim has a little Yeti in him.
Eating those turkey legs.
Those baby turkey legs?
Yeah.
I know. Keep trying to tell us they're chicken, but we know, don't we, Scott?
Yeah.
We know. So
you don't see them now. I think he ate them all.
I think he did. You don't see any turkey at all. I think he went out there and just had his little Bigfoot fun. Right, Kim? So I talked with Kelly about this, and with Kim and Roger. When you guys come on, it is always, you have a wonderful sense of humor, and you have very good timing with your humor.
Yeah, I'm a goofball.
Yes, you have great timing. Were you always just this funny?
Yeah.
Or is it that we're not funny, so anything seems funny to us?
I've always been this way.
Oh my God. I know that you have been in the middle of some of the best funny things that have happened. You in the middle of Rubber Pants? Oh, it's almost all about Kim. Because that's who we poke fun at the most, I think.
Yeah.
Yeah. And I think that, I only took one leg. Oh, Kim.
So we're gonna see him hobbling around.
Yep. Poor little turkey with only one leg. We'll call him Little Kim. I think that is so funny because anytime we went on Kelly's stream, it seemed that something would get started, and it was almost. And I think Kim's really good to allow us, and sometimes he really instigates it, right?
Yeah.
To allow us to do that because he's very funny too. So the other day he was talking about eating a bunch of sugar, but I don't think you were on
Yeah,
then
I missed that one.
because I think it would have gone viral had you been on it and got a hold of him.
I think he says that stuff just to get us going.
I think so. I think so. I'm beginning to believe
Yeah.
that Kim instigates a lot of shenanigans.
Yeah.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. So when you go on, what kind of streams do you look for when you want to go on and watch YouTube? What is it that you're looking for?
Live streams, or you just meaning videos?
Just videos, just
Videos.
content.
Well, of course, the number one is going to be drones.
Yeah, yeah.
Recently, anyhow, I still watch a little bit of the Bigfoot and some of the ghost hunters. I've had a little bit of experience with that kind of stuff too. Uh, Anything fishing, outdoors, that kind of stuff,
Well, and
or
it,
or tech, anything tech like
oh,
cameras and things like that.
I love tech stuff. I love tech reviews, but it gets so hard when you're trying to get to all the family videos and then try
Yeah,
to do those things too. But I
yeah,
think you're in a really good group, Scott, because that's basically what we
yeah.
have here is some people do tech, drones, fishing, hunting, a lot of that. So that makes sense. So if you could only watch one channel.
Now you're putting me on the spot.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah. You know what? I was saving that one too because I haven't had the nerve to ask anyone else because I'm afraid they'd say something bad. Because some of them can be bad.
Could I plead the fifth?
Yeah, you can.
Actually, I try to watch everybody's. I mean, being that I'm disabled, it don't work. There's a lot of times I'm on half the night watching videos. That was one day I think Kim uploaded like 6 of them right in a row. That's why I told him in one of the comments, "You're gonna keep me up all night just watching your videos."
I know. I gave him heck about that too. I was like, oh my gosh, what in the world? Oh, spring is Yeti mating season. Stay out of the woods.
Well, spring's gone, so he's safe now. And don't wear the tutu, Kim. Don't wear the tutu.
Yeah, I hear they're attracted to it. Yeah, one of these times he's going to have that phantom sitting up in the air, and the Yeti's just going to run out, grab him, and just keep going. And we'll be there to witness it, Scott. You and me.
Yeah,
You and me. We'll be there.
it'll be like that. It'll be like that show, Lost Tapes. Roger will go
Right?
out, and there'll be the Phantom sitting where it took off, and no Kim. And then when he goes in and download the video, he'll know what happened to him.
That's right. We're going to have to make sure Roger keeps
He
it.
became the Yeti bride.
Just him and his little piece of pizza. Off to the woods they go.
With the donut. Don't
Yeah, with
forget
the
the
donut. That's right. That's right. There always has to be the donut. Oh my gosh. Oh yeah. So Kim's here saying that he'd be rich with the movie. Yeah, but you'd also be the bride to or the
Now, Roger would be rich. Roger would have the
yeah.
footage. Kim would have be living in a cave somewhere with the Yeti.
I don't know why I think that's funny. I don't think it'd be funny for him. Because I don't know what Yetis require in there.
I don't know.
Well, I just can't even go further than that because I just can't. Oh my gosh, that would be. Oh my god. Oh yeah, here's Roger. LOL. Oh my god. Yeah, that'd be true. I think that if we want to find a Yeti, we're just going to have to all descend on you with campers and tents. And well, no, I would not stay in the tent because if a Yeti came in there, I'd be no, 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 no. Valerie doesn't play with Yetis. No Yetis. Just saying. But you do have a great sense of humor, and that's one thing I noticed. Anytime I've been on Kelly's stream or on Rogers and all, the minute like Mo comes in and Dromple and Kim and Roger and all of us, we kind of descend, and then we just, I mean, I have actually almost not been able to get breath from laughing so hard. Yeah. What do you have?
Speaking of when you were laughing.
Oh, geez, yes. I remember that.
Yep,
My dog had a fit. I was sitting there watching it, and he just had an absolute fit. That was so funny. Oh, oh my gosh.
Yeah,
Yeti will hug Kim and kiss Kim and call Kim George. That's Paul saying that. Yes, because Paul has a very good humor too. All you get is Yeti spaghetti. Oh my gosh. Oh my gosh. But I think that's one of the nice things. So when you go on live streams, what are you looking for?
Live streams? I guess I just basically the only really live streams I go on is the ones in the network just for the drones. I've been on a couple of the because I follow some of the ghost hunter ones, and I've been on a couple of theirs too. But just trying to keep up with all the live streams and everybody's videos, and
it keeps you pretty
get rough. Yeah. But outside of the drones, if there's anything on YouTube, or anything I'm like working on a car or need need a new toaster or whatever, YouTube's a great place for that kind of stuff too, because you know what you're looking for. You can kind of narrow it down and find 2 or 3 videos, and with some product reviews, and you know what to buy and what not to buy. And that's one of the other things that I use YouTube for a lot.
Yeah, I do. I go and I review things, but evidently not the FPV goggles, because then I would have known. Yeah. But I go, and that's what I use it for. I use it for a search engine. I use it for all of that kind of stuff, because it really does help me. But it's always goes back to the family, trying to pick up the ones like, oh, sorry, Paul, I didn't have a chance to comment on yours, but I did see your country drive. I just didn't do it yet. And help a fellow Canadian out to share my. Oh, hold on, I almost got it. Yeah, no cursing on here. My grandson comes on. Sometimes my grandson comes on and watches, or he's here. So just be careful what you're saying, okay, guy? Hash info. So yeah, I gotta say, I really do enjoy YouTube, but it does take up a lot of time. But I do enjoy it, and I'm loving doing the interviews. So is it going okay so far, Scott? Yep. Is there something that I'm not asking that you're dying to tell us?
No, it's going pretty good.
So you don't want to talk about that body buried in the woods, the one we were talking about earlier?
I'm not gonna say nothing.
So do you believe in ghosts?
Oh yeah.
Yeah?
Yeah.
Have you ever seen one?
I've had experiences with that kind of stuff from being a kid.
Really?
Yeah, the house I grew up in, we had a ghost. when Lori and I met and everything, we got married. We moved in together, got married. The house she had the house before. When I moved in, we had all kinds of weird stuff happen then. So,
Wow.
and I mean, you name it, it happened. Our local hospital, the old part of the hospital, we were in there visiting a friend one time when she was in the hospital to have surgery, and I seen a half body apparition walking down the hallway.
Oh, jeez. Oh, jeez. God.
Looked like somebody in a hospital type gown, but you couldn't. There was no head and nothing below the knees. Just an image coming towards me.
Oh my gosh.
But yeah,
Yeah.
I grew up. Actually, the neighborhood I grew up in had like 2 or 3 haunted houses, and I lived in one of them.
Oh wow. So
One down.
I was gonna say, I'm gonna tell you, I think that out east you run into a lot more of that because that area has been populated for a lot longer
Yeah.
time.
Oh, you
And the
go
houses
farther
are
east.
older.
Yeah, you go even farther east. There's even more.
You know, I don't know what I believe as far as that, but I would
Hmm.
assume that that's why not? Why wouldn't there be?
Hmm.
You know? And if you're seeing them, I mean,
Yeah.
especially something with no feet,
Yeah.
I would
But
have been running the other way
one of
screaming.
the
I really
houses just down the street from my childhood home was it wasn't a split level house, but it was like a condo. It was a it was a big house, an old house, and they had divided it up into apartments. Well, they had apartments downstairs, half and half, and upstairs half and half. And the woman that lived up the family that lived up there had a young girl. She was probably like 4 or 5. She always talked about her friend. So they just thought it was a imaginary friend. And one day she said what his name was, and she was talking to her like, "Oh, that was George. He used to live there." There
oh
she was
geez.
playing with George the ghost. Yeah,
I think kids are more likely to see things because they're more likely to believe things. Once we get to be adults, you know, kind of you
yeah,
wonder.
yeah,
Oh, let's see,
yeah.
Kim. Oh, I see.
Other than the Bigfoot and the ghost, I've actually dabbled in pretty much all the paranormal stuff, even the UFOs.
Oh, have you? Yeah, I
Yeah,
see your Area
that's
51.
yeah. You see the Bigfoot, the Area 51. Yeah, yeah.
Wow.
I, I've actually seen um, 3 different times. I've seen something weird that I couldn't explain in the sky, and
Yes.
they always talk about black triangles. I've seen one of them.
Really?
Flew right over our car.
Oh, yeah. I wouldn't like that. See, I don't mind thinking about it. I just don't want to see it.
Hmm.
I don't know how to put it because I always think that we can't be the only people here. I mean, I think that's not me
Yeah,
flying merch, but I think that I think there has to be. We can't be the most intelligent thing ever,
yeah.
you know. So I always think there's possibly that, but I don't know. I don't
All
think
that,
they're going to come take us
yeah.
over.
All that out there, and we're the only ones. That's a waste.
Yeah, yeah, and there's so many other solar systems. I think I told you once before, Scott. I don't know that I told the live stream that when I went to college, I took uh what was it called? It wasn't. I thought it was about signs, astrological, and it was astronomy.
Oh, okay.
And I was so disappointed. I thought I was going to learn about Scorpio, about this, that. I thought easy class. I was so happy. And I got in, they started talking about stars, circling things, and things being whatever
Yeah,
the hell. And I was like,
that's
uh-oh.
Astrology.
wrong
You thought it was
class,
going to be astrology.
right? That
Yeah.
was astronomy. I was so disappointed.
Astronomy.
But we went out in the desert and we had these big telescopes. And I tell you, the vastness, we can't be the only ones. The
Yeah.
vastness was so beautiful. And how many stars are really up there? We can't be. I just can't believe we would be. But you never know. Let's see. Mark said, I saw something when I was younger, a bit unexplainable, lit up shape from my bedroom window when I was 12. Oh, wow. I lived in Phoenix when Phoenix lights were seen in 2006.
Oh, wow.
Wow.
That was something
Wow.
big.
Yeah. See, Mo's where everything big
Yeah.
happens.
That went
Good
worldwide.
Mo. And then Kim saying, yeah, that's right. We're not alone. Yeah, I wouldn't think so. Now, do I think people are going to run down here and start probing us? No. Sorry, guys. No. If they're good enough to get here, they don't need that.
Yeah.
I'm just saying. I'm just putting it out there for y'all before we go down that trail. That rabbit trail. I'm just telling you.
I,
No.
I either picked up some viewers with my stories or I just lost some.
Right. That's what I always think when I go off. I'm like, hey, am I going to be 50 below or have one new one or something like that? Because you never know. But I think, Scott, that the people are a little more open-minded to things being there. They're going to pick up a little bit more viewers because I think that we all kind of believe that. Oh yeah, here's Wakey probing sexual. See, I knew. That's why I said no, Wakey. No, Wakey, Wakey.
Is he asking that's what they do, or is he hoping that's what they do?
Wakey right now is taking off to run in the desert to see.
He's going to be going to Area 51.
That's right. Like the alien Paul says in the movie, Paul,
Yep.
what can we harvest from me? Okay, I'm not. Oh my God. See, I was afraid we might go
I
here.
always wondered if Paul's little icon, the little blue aliens, what it looks like. I always wondered if that's why he had that from the movie Paul.
Yeah, that's what I'm thinking. I see something that made my eyes believe there was other life out there, but it was just a video of Kim in a tutu. This is the time when you guys need to post the tutu video. I'm just saying. I try never to miss. Let's see. No probing, Paul. Not this girl. Very good. No. Yeah, we're just saying. Not happening. Because I think, Scott, that we have a varied beliefs, We have varied beliefs. And I think if we limit ourselves, I don't sorry, but no, Scott. Oh, I don't because if someone's dragging you up the hill, Wakey, we can try to rescue you.
Yeah.
We'll be right there. You wait for us. I can just see it now. You guys are in so much trouble. The drone family's coming. Yeah, we'll be there in a minute. Oh my gosh. Poor Wakey. Nothing wrong with the good probing, Mo. Wakey, I don't want to know how you know that, so we're not going to go there. We'll just keep moving on. Let's see. You guys have to forgive us. Oh my gosh. Always, troll. Always. Hello,
I,
all. Just finished up dinner.
did you
Hey,
see
Jim.
what Earl RC put in there?
Oh, basically what Paul, the alien, said is there is nothing to learn from somebody.
I agree with that.
But everyone's always scared of that. It's always the guys that go, that's what happened when they come off the spaceship. Do you think anyone's ever really reported that, Scott?
I
That they Because it's hard to
Yeah.
tell between what movies say and what
Yeah.
people.
No, I know a person that's with MUFON, which is a mutual UFO network, and he's never said anything about probing. So I
Yeah,
would, if they flew all that way, I hope that's not what they're looking for.
I don't think they're flying all this way for a date.
Yeah.
That's just me thinking that, but I don't know. Maybe they are. They're just saying there's some hot guys down there. Come on, let's go.
Yeah.
Then we have to worry. All the drone network starts running away. Let me see. Did you ever see the boob tube? I was thinking the name Wakey RC. Oh, someone talking. Yeah, I don't think I've seen that.
Don't
I'm
think I've.
afraid of what that might be. So I'm just going to move on. Lesson 4, the day. Don't let your wife draw on your a text and post it to Facebook. We'll get you banned. Mars, Mars. Just tell me it was an alien that got you. That's what everyone else says. Got one for you, Scott. Oh, I got one for you, Scott. Do you believe we went to the moon?
That's a tough one. Uh, I mean, there's a lot of stuff out there that says we didn't, but I think we went to the moon. Maybe not as much as they said, but yeah, I think they did get there.
Yeah, I do too, Kim. Just so you know, I'm not one of those. I think we did, and I think we just stopped doing everything at that point. I don't know
Now,
why.
after that question, I'm waiting for the comments about the dark side of the moon,
Right?
or Kim with no pants, something like that.
Waiting for his Martian date. Remember the radiation belt? Let's see. Controversy already, Val? I know. There's always controversy. Geez. Okay, let's see. I do believe we did, but like Scott says, lots of skepticism. Hmm. I don't think they went to the moon in the 60s, but definitely in the 80s. See, I think they did in the 60s. I'm just all about, you know what? I think we got scared when we were up there and then we just kind of didn't do anything. I wish we did more, but that's my I believe the TV, Mo. The TV said it was so.
Yeah, I don't think the news lied to us back then.
No, they would never. Let's see. I'm afraid there's a lot scarier stuff than Kim in a pink tutu out on display. I'm waiting on Arts and Crazy's video. You guys are too funny. Oh my gosh. Oh, they get tight. Yeah, I'm afraid to read that because I'm not sure what that means. You got back, Mark. Okay. The Earth is trapped in a deadly radiation belt. How did we get past it? I think Star Trek answered that. I'll have to pull up the episode for you. Okay, guys, I actually have to go to work tonight. I didn't want to have to because I like to stay on here to just, and we have 20 viewers, so I'm sorry. But listen, if you like the content, if you thought whatever was happening here was good, um, and even with all our controversy talk, whatever, go ahead and subscribe. And don't forget to check out Deaf Drone Pilot's channel. He is a great cinematographer. He does wonderful editing and he does great flying and beautiful sunsets. So you really want to go and check out that channel and just go through the whole thing. I did that today and I spent a very nice day today looking at his vids. It was just really nice. Some I'd already seen, but I just went through all of them. So it was really great. Mean Val. I know I'm mean. Can't wait to see it, Scott. I will check it out. Yeah, please go and check out all his videos. Just you're gonna love it. Subscribe, like. It's a great channel. He was one of I think one of my, besides Kim, kind of the beginning of my drone thing as I started watching some of Scott's stuff. So you gotta watch. Kim, I don't think they went back because of the shuttle. Oh, Scott is a ghost flyer. Woohoo. Oh yeah, he does fly ghost.
Yep.
He does.
There you go, Kim.
That is so fun. My dog just really freaked out when you did that beginning part with the ghost. He had such a hard time. Okay, guys, I love you. You know it. Now, Earl RC and Sen are tonight. So they're in here. So make sure if you want to go watch their channel, it's a good live stream. They talk about a lot of stuff. Go ahead and click on them because I think they're getting ready to go on. Also, hopefully on Sunday, Dronography is checking the schedule to make sure he's going to come on. So I think he's going to be on here. On Tuesdays, Drone Pool and hopefully Mrs. Drone Pool. So just putting out there, that should be a lot of fun. And don't forget, subscribe to this guy here because you're going to love his videos. He is great. No doubt you really want to. Guys, thank you so much for coming. Stay where you are, Deftone Pilot, and I'm going to click off. Love you all. You know it.
Thanks for coming. Bye.
Bye.